This video will show how to add a discussion to your course where the students can post a response to a question that you've posed, and then they'll be able to see and respond to each other's discussions. Inside of here, when you pull in your weeks, as our template has, I don't even have to go into the week in order to add something if I don't want to. I just wanted to show you this little tidbit. If I click on the arrow in front of it, it will expand and it'll show me all the folders that are inside of there. And I can expand the day that I want to add something to. And when I hover in underneath the Tuesday folder, you see that I get the green line, the dashed green line, that I would see if I were inside of a folder and trying to add something. I can click right here and add my discussion, and it would populate inside of that Tuesday folder inside of the appropriate week. So you don't even have to navigate through the folders if you don't choose to. We're going to go ahead and go right into the Tuesday folder. I don't have anything in here, so I'm going to use the add materials, but remember, if I had multiple items already in there, that dashed line will be between each of the items, and I could choose to add my discussion in between other items that were already in that folder. I'm going to go ahead and click add materials, and I'm going to choose to add a discussion. In this particular case, I'm going to have them talk about school uniforms. And I'm just going to pose my question in the description box. Now, just to show you all the different features that are available, I am going to enable grading. I'm going to make this worth 20 points. FLB numeric, that is the grading scale that we are using for our classes that are using percentage based. So we have very, very few who use the OSNI grading scale. So mostly you'll be choosing FLB numeric. The category for mine, you will have to pick a category if you are enabling grading. You could have made it worth not any points if you chose to. That's completely up to you. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you in this case, I have multiple sections that have been linked together. If you teach the same course multiple times per day, you can link those sections together. But maybe one class has gotten further ahead than the other class, and so I want this discussion to be posted at different times for those different classes. If I click on select sections to customize, I can say I just want one group to have a different due date than the other. All right, and so you see that now I can say what I want my homeroom group to have as a due date and what I would want everybody else to have as a due date. Okay, so one could be due on the 18th, one could be due on the 19th, and so it just kind of customizes that for you. If I wanted to individually assign, if I had created grading groups, I could definitely do that. This icon is whether or not you want them to see each other's responses before they post. I want them to respond to it before they can see each other's, so I'm not going to select that icon. I could also copy to other courses. I would see all of my other classes in here, and I could say that I wanted to, post this into another class that was not linked to this course. So say maybe you're teaching an honors and a regular course and you want to do the same discussion in both of them. You would not be permitted to link those two courses together because technically, according to ProSoft, they are two different courses, so the system will not allow you to link them. However, you could post the discussion to both of them by using the copy to courses option there. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and just hit create. My discussion is going to populate inside of this folder. Okay, so there it is there. And when students respond, all of the information would be in here. I could go ahead and grade right within here. Let's see what this looks like from the student perspective. Remember, you can go to course options and view your course as any of your students. So I'm just going to pick one of my students to see what it looks like for them. They too can use the arrows in front of each of the folders in order to go directly to something, or they could navigate through the folders as well. So in this case, it's ready for them to just go ahead and post their comment. I, as the teacher viewing it as the student, can't actually demonstrate that role for you, but they would type their response in here, they would hit post, and then down below they would see the other responses that had been submitted at that point, and they'd have the option to reply back to their classmates. So that is how we would post a discussion.